leaders joining the team. And one of the first things that I want to encourage all of you to do is to clean up your Facebook page as you start to step into your power and grow your businesses. So we're going to just go over the basics. And then we'll open it up at the end for the share that started off with of where you think your social media presence is at and what you would want to shift. We'll do that at the end as a Q&A. Okay. So first things first, you want to have a powerful profile picture. Okay. And so I see a lot of people, they have photos of their beautiful children, or they have like their favorite quote or something as their profile picture. Building a business online, you do not want that. People want to see you. They don't join Isogenics. They don't buy something from you. They join you because of who you are. And people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So having a nice, smiley, inviting photo of yourself on your page, just you, not you and your spouse, you can do that on your background page. So you know how there's two pictures on Facebook, right? There's your profile page, and then there's your header, right? Your background page. So have a beautiful picture of your family on the background page, but not as your profile image, because that profile image is going to come up in multiple social media platforms. It will link to Google. It'll link to different apps. And if people are searching you online, you want to be really consistent with your branding and who you're stepping into creating. Now, for those of you that are brand new that don't have a strong social media presence yet, that's okay. You have to build it before they will come. Okay. So you have to step into the presence and the power of who you want to create online before the people actually show up. So don't wait like, oh, one day when I have a successful business, then I'll get a good quality photo. No. You got to do it now. Okay. So that's the first thing, is make sure that your profile picture represents you. It's your personality. People can see your face clearly. It's not a picture of your dog or your cat. Like, it is you and only you on your profile picture. Okay. This will start to attract a different level of people onto your page. And it'll also make people feel more friendly reaching out. Like, how weird does it feel when someone messages you and you can't really see their photo and they have a meme as a profile picture, and you kind of think, who is this person, right? Is this a fake account? Is this a real person? Like, you just automatically don't trust them. So you want to minimize that. You want to create a culture and an experience on your page of trust and authenticity for you. Okay. So profile picture is the first situation. The second is you want to clean up. You want to go back in your Facebook and clean up any shares or any posts that you don't feel are in alignment with what you're doing in terms of building a business online. So the minute someone goes to your Facebook page, all they should see are things that relate to who you are, what you stand for, which I'm going to get into in a minute, and what you're involved in, right? And it doesn't mean that you just share a bunch of Isogenics links either. I'm going to talk about that later in the call. But it means that your profile page, it has value on it. And so if you're just starting to build and you've been sharing other people's posts, I'm going to encourage you to have a Facebook cleanup day, a Facebook cleanse day, okay, where you actually go in. You don't want to be pressing the share button to people's posts. Now, here's why. I did it this morning. I haven't done it in, oh my gosh, months and months and months and months. Very rarely will I actually just share a post from someone else's page. However, I shared a live of a guy that I respect that has good content, that's also in my same movement. I did share his live video today, but I didn't just press share. I actually wrote a post with a call to action. I said, attention guys, check out Gabrielle's post, blah, 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 blah. Tune in here. So you don't want to just ever press the share button with no content written by you. And if you're doing that a lot and you're wondering why your actual posts aren't getting a lot of traction, it's because Facebook doesn't like that and people don't like that. So you want it to be your content. So an example is if you see a really great post by a friend, you can actually copy and paste that post and then you repost it into your feed as your status update with their name credited. So if you're going to, don't just take other people's words and use it, and that's plagiarism. So you don't want to plagiarize people's content, but if you love their content, don't just share it, copy and paste it and give them credit. So say Emily had a beautiful quote, she said something really powerful on her Facebook page and I loved it. I could take her post and say, oh my gosh, guys, like this is so amazing, really spoke to me this morning. Here's what my friend Emily said. And then give her the credit, tag her in the post, with whatever it is that she did. So it's a way to use value that other people are getting in a way that's authentic and real, and also looks clean, and it looks more respectful on social media. Okay. So that's the first thing. Don't just like share like tips from natural newses or like random recipes or cat videos and all this stuff. Like people aren't going to engage on your feed, and you're just going to be like wasting your time. And then your page just looks like unprofessional. So if you have been doing those things, this is not like coming from a place of judgment. We're just stepping into the mindset of a business owner. So you want to establish those principles now. So if you need to do a Facebook cleanup day, go for it. If you want to do a Facebook strategy call with me, you can absolutely set that up, and we will do like a 15-20 minute power session where we break down what you want to start creating on your Facebook page. So if you need assistance with that, definitely reach out to me after this call, and we can schedule something either later in this week or next week to get your Facebook page cleaned out and up and rocking. Okay. So the third thing is understand that Facebook has algorithms, and they're changing all the time, and you got to sometimes figure it out when they switch stuff around. But Facebook is very different than Instagram. Instagram is this whole separate entity, and I probably will have Emily host a training call on that at some point, because she actually does my business Instagram page, and I am not an expert on Instagram, but I do feel like I've established a strong presence on Facebook, and I figured out how to make it work for me and the content that I want to get out there. So just know that it takes time, you guys. It took me 5 solid years to brand myself on Facebook and on social media. And with that came a lot of trial and error, a lot of mistakes, a lot of wall kicking moments. So I'm going to try to minimize that for you guys today, so it doesn't take you quite as long. But just know that if you're just starting to build your Facebook page, you're not going to have thousands and thousands of followers in 6 months, right? And I mean, unless you're extraordinary at doing it, you might. But that's going to take time to build. People have to watch you for a while. People have to trust you. They have to know that they're going to receive consistent content by following you or by adding you as a friend. So you want to establish what that content is. And this comes to the 10-4-1 rule that we teach all the time in social media across the board. 10 posts a week, 4 are about your business and what you're doing, and 1 is a call to action. Okay. And so for a long time we were doing Sunday night shout out call to action. So you would the one post. So out of the 10, the 1 post is actually called a power post. And during your power post, you're going to have some sort of call to action. So you might say, join us for our 30-day cleanse, blah, 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 or with a testimonial, or it might be a business shout out, like shout out to Andy and Tracy, who just went consultant in our team and they got, $200 in bonuses, or congratulations to Megan, who's just starting to step into her business and she already earned $200 in residual income, or whatever the post is. It can be product shout out. It can be business shout out. It can be a call to action. It could be, like I did one last night, but it was specifically about my page. Now it was a call to action at the end, but it was a power post. So I did a power post about welcoming new people onto my page. And so I did a little overview of what they can expect, because I had, literally in that last week, I think I had, 700 new followers join. Now, again, that's not like overnight. This is something I've been working on for years. So, but that's kind of my numbers, like hundreds of new people on that page come to that page every day. So I like to every once in a while welcome new people and go, hey guys, thanks so much for following me. Here's what I'm about. Here's what you can expect to receive on my page. And you guys can look at that example on my Facebook page, and you can see how I put it in little bullet points. I also put my Instagram on there and my Facebook page. So I don't know how many people clicked on those things, but it's another way to attract different people to what you're doing. And so that's an example of a power post. So I did that last night as my power post for the night. So once a week, you want to do once or twice a week. There might be weeks where you do, more than 1 power post, depending on what we have going on in the company and the team and different promos that come up. But a power post is a call to action post. You don't want to be doing those every day. Super annoying, right? It's like, imagine if you go on someone's page and every day they're like, join my team. Here's a deal. Here's a free shipping. Here's this. Like, it's too much. So you want to do it sparingly, and you also want to do it in a way that creates interest. You want people showing up in your inbox saying, what is it that you do? What do you do, Suzanne? What do you do, Sophia? What do you do, Brittany? What do you do, Emily? What do you do, Megan? Like, what is this thing that you're doing? Okay. What are these shakes that you have, Talia? Like, you want to create curiosity. more so than just like, oh, people are like, oh gosh, she's with Isagenix. Like, I totally get it. You know, you want people creating curiosity, or you want to create curiosity for people showing up on your page. So the 10-4-1, so you can map these out. There are apps that allow you to post ahead of time. There's Hootsuite, there's different things that you can actually plug and post ahead of time, and you can schedule your posts. I am not somebody that does this, and I'll tell you why I don't like to do this. I know that there's several people on our team that do this because they work full time and they have to. I don't like when I see someone's post that it was through Post Planner or Hootsuite, it shows up in the post. And that to me shows me that they weren't really at their computer when they did it. And I don't feel that connected to what they're talking about. So I personally don't use it. Does it take more time and energy to create your posts on demand? Yes, it does. But as you start to brand yourself and you start to get clear on what you want to put out there, your content will come through you because you'll be inspired about whatever it is that your mission is for your business. Okay. So the 10-4-1, 10 posts a week are about you. Who are you? What are you passionate about? What do you do? Your children, your family, blah, 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 blah. The things that are important to you. You're going to do 10 posts a week. So that's roughly 2 posts a day. The best time to post on Facebook is in the morning between 7 and 9 a.m. and in the evening between 7 and 9 roughly p.m. Now, obviously there's Eastern Standard Time and there's going to be different people in different time zones on your pages, but that's the structure that you want to follow. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. You can post in the afternoon between 12 and 2 is also a good window because you have to think about when people are actually checking their Facebook feeds. And they're most likely not going to be checking them at like 11:30 a.m. You know, it just depends on how many followers you have on your page, how many friends you have. But in the beginning, as you're building your brand, you want to stay consistent in those time blocks. So 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 7 to 9 p.m. If you do a third post, 12 to 2. But the 12 to 2 is not going to get as much engagement as the evening or morning times. Okay. So within those 4 posts, right? So you have 10 posts a week. 4 of them are related to what you're doing with Isagenix. They don't have to say Isagenix. In fact, I would encourage you not to say Isagenix because then people Google it. They can buy it through Amazon. They can sign up through a different distributor. You want to protect your business and you want people coming to you. So you'll see how we use it and follow all the leaders in this group. You'll see how we talk about it. We say nutritional cleansing, superfood, healthy mommies group, healthy aging, our awesome health group on Facebook. We talk about, our amazing company, our opportunity. We say words that create interest that aren't specifically saying blah, 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 Isagenix all day. Every once in a while, I'll say Isagenix. And it's not that we're not proud of Isagenix. We absolutely are. And you should be proud to be aligned with this company. It's that it's called attraction marketing. It's a mindset. And so you want to create a strong mindset so that you can attract the people that are looking for you. Okay. So that's the 10-4-1. So start to get creative. If you haven't post twice a day ever, and you're like already overwhelmed by this and you're like, oh my gosh, Brittany, that seems like so many posts. I promise you, after you do a branding call with me, if you need to do that, like Meg, actually, that's something that I want to do with Megan, is you'll get inspired to post. You want to be inspired to post. You don't want it to feel like, I have to post. If you're coming from that energy of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to post today? This is so annoying. Like, I can't think of what I'm going to say. People are going to subconsciously feel that on your page, and you're probably not going to get a lot of leads, and you're probably not going to get a lot of interaction. But if you come from an inspired energy of you're ready to serve, you want to provide value to people, you want to inspire people, you want to uplift their day, you want to teach them something, that energy is going to attract the people that are looking for you. And there's I don't know, 6 billion people on the planet? Do you think you can find a couple good ones on your left and a couple good ones on your right that might want to join you to do this? Of course you can. There's tons and tons and tons of people that will want to join you. But you have to be consistent, which brings me to my next point of consistency. You cannot post on social media once a month and expect to have any sort of legitimate online business. It won't happen. You can also not post once a week and then not go in there and not check it and not get back to people. Like, you can't do that. If you do that, you're going to set yourself up for disaster. So if you're going to put in the energy, you have to understand that this is a business and you are your own CEO. So you have to function in that state of being a CEO every day. And CEOs don't take days off. They really don't. So even if I have something going on, I know I'm going to be out of town or whatever, I still always post valuable content on social media. I just do, because it's become a habit and it's a mindset and a discipline that I am committed to, because I'm committed to growing my team. And most importantly, I'm committed to helping other people and looking for the people that are looking for me that I can help. Okay. You are looking for the people that are looking for you. We are not in the convincing business. We are not in the bombarding business. We are not in the chase you down, stalk you business. We're not in the harassment business. We are in the people serving business, period. So if you're not serving people, then you're not coming from the right place in your heart, and your content is going to show up that way, and people are going to be repelled by what you're doing. So don't do that. Do it properly. And I know all of you will. I need to reposition here. Okay. So talking about consistency is, create a schedule. You don't necessarily have to use the post planner or anything, which, like I said, I don't use that. And I personally, I don't love that. I like to post with intent on my own time, but I always have a plan, and I always know that, twice a day I'm going to post something of value on social media. So you can pull things and you can save things on your phone in your notes section of your phone. You can save photos, you can save memes, you can save articles that you think are value, and you can kind of organize your thoughts that way, so that if you wake up one day and you're crazy with the kids, or you're not feeling well, or something's going on in your life, you can just pull from that content and go, oh, well, I have this great article to share. Oh, I have this great meme that was, had value, and I can put that up now. So always be looking for things. Always be, and you can find other memes on people's pages and save that meme and share it. Memes are kind of free range unless they have someone's specific website on it. Memes are just most of the time off Google, or people create them. So it's always good in the group, in our team. If you see, like, Elaine makes beautiful memes, so does Emily. Always ask for permission. Just be like, hey, hey, Elaine, I saw this. Becca Moore also has really great memes. Always ask for permission just before you take someone else's stuff. Okay. It's just like common courtesy, and I'm sure they're going to probably say yes, of course. But it's always nice to ask. That way they're not like, oh, that's my meme I created, and no one even asked me if they could use it. So it's just really nice. And we do put stuff in the file section of the health page, and in the wealth page. You can go into images in those groups, and you can search, and you can find other things that we've shared, and you can share those on your pages. So that's totally free reign. Okay. So going back to the 10-4-1, 10 posts a week, 4 about you, who you are, what you do, and the rest are, or 4 about your business, but it could be testimonials, business testimonials, it could be before and after pictures, it could be a call to action, any of those things, an introduction. Like if you're brand new, it would be great to introduce yourself. So within these posts, within those 4 posts that are content driven for your business during the week, I highly recommend to start doing Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives is one of the fastest, most powerful ways to reach a lot of people. Now, again, if you've never done a Facebook Live on your page and you have 200 friends, you might get 2 people on your first live, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you're not going to eventually attract hundreds. You just have to you absolutely have to be consistent, and you have to show up. Okay. So, Facebook Live is really easy. You have to make sure, people are messaging that it's not, is my sound okay with everyone? Is my sound okay? People are messaging in the chat that they can't hear. So, okay, perfect. Thank you, Carl. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So I lost my train of thought. You want to make sure your phone is compatible for Facebook Lives. We actually had a situation, and I'm going to share this because it was a good learning lesson for me. Christy Lynn and I were scheduled to do a Facebook Live, and I didn't even think to ask her if her phone was compatible for Facebook Live. I just assumed I just assumed it was. I didn't even ask. So if you're going to do a Facebook Live with somebody else, always ask what kind of phone they have. So she has an outdated phone, and she didn't have a relative Facebook update. So we went to add her, and she wasn't there. I couldn't get her on. We ended up recording it again on Zoom. It's now posted in the group. It's a fabulous interview with Christy Lynn. Christy Lynn, for those you don't know, she is now building on our team. She is an organic chemist. She's also a certified holistic health coach. She's one of my good friends, and she's now going to be building a team with us. She's been on the team for a while, and now she's stepping into the business, but she's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the products and why the products are amazing. And so we wanted to do a whole Facebook Live in the health group on the importance of cleansing and why our Cleanse for Life is so amazing. We ended up doing that on Zoom so you guys can see the recording. But for those of you that were on the feed, you saw like the struggle was real, right? Like I couldn't add her and I had to just kind of wing it. So for the sake of that not happening to you guys, just always ask if you are going to do a Facebook Live with someone else, which I'll tell you how to do in a second. You always want to make sure that they have Facebook Live compatibility and they have an updated Facebook app and they have a relatively new smartphone. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a situation like Christy and I did where we were like, oh, what's happening? Okay. And that's kind of embarrassing in front of a bunch of people. You just don't want to do it. So Facebook Lives can be one of your four business, but it doesn't have to necessarily be about Isagenix. So as you start to get clear on who you want to market to, what your mission is, what your branding is, as you're building your team, you want to deliver amazing content. So it'd be great. Elaine does this beautifully. So if you watch Elaine's Facebook Lives, and she didn't always do Facebook Lives, and she'll tell you that she wasn't always comfortable on social media, she's stepped into that power over the last 2 years because she's been consistent. She's consistently educated herself about it, and she's taken her business seriously. Okay. So going back to the Facebook Live, don't just wing it. Like, don't just get on there and be like, hi guys, like my name is Brittany and today I'm going to talk about health. Like, no, people are going to be bored. They're going to jump off your feet. But if you have a specific content, like, hey guys, I'm going to tell you my top 5 tips for making healthy snacks for my kids, blah, 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 blah. And then you go, tip number 1, and you go down the line. So you can schedule these out. So start to think of some topics that you could start to become an expert at. Maybe it's come from, I'm going to use Suzanne and Sophia as an example. Okay. So culturally, hi guys, they come from a community that loves to cook big dinners and have parties, right, Suzanne? Yes. Okay. Right, Sophia? Yes. Sophia's Greek. So they have a lot of, okay, if they're going to start on a healthy lifestyle journey, how is that going to interact with their social community? Like, is that going to disrupt anything? So the two of them could do a Facebook Live about incorporating nutritional cleansing and Isagenix into a busy party planning life. Like, I don't know, guys, I'm just making this up off the top of my head, but I'm just giving you guys some ideas. How many people do you think would find value in maybe that they love to have dinner parties, they love to entertain, but they also want to release weight, they want to get healthier? How is that going to work? So they could do a Facebook Live about that. Okay. It's something that's specific for them. It's specific for their community of people that might be on their page watching them. So maybe you are a nursing mom and you want to talk about how you stay healthy while you're taking care of a baby, and instead of skipping meals, here's what I do. So that could be a Facebook Live where you weave in Isagenix content, but it's not a Facebook Live specifically just about Isagenix. Does everyone understand that? Yes? Okay. Great. So figuring that out, I really want to encourage you guys to schedule a Facebook Live this week. And if you guys can't hear me, type in the chat, because I see some people saying they can't hear me, but I think it's your guys' phones because everyone else seems to be okay. Okay, so we're just going to move along. Okay.
I can hear you.
Perfect, thank you. So Facebook Live, I really want to put it out as a challenge as a group right now to do your first Facebook Live. If you've never done one, do one. If you don't feel comfortable doing it on your main page yet, try a Facebook Live in the health group, but make sure you're going to share something of value. Okay, I don't mind people doing Facebook Lives in the health group, but make sure that they are, somewhat professional and you're sharing value. Don't just get on the Facebook page and be like, hi guys. You want to have an actual, something to talk about. So maybe you want to talk about, maybe you love the sleep spray and you'd love to do the, literally Bo's snoring right now. How cute is he, you guys? He's so cute. Maybe you want to do something about the sleep spray. You love the sleep spray, and you could do a Facebook Live about why you love the sleep spray and some of the, why it's amazing. You pick a product, do a Facebook Live. I would love to see people please jump in there and start doing it in our group first to just kind of get your bearings. That's fine. But I'm going to challenge all of you to do your first Facebook Lives or additional Facebook Lives if you've done them before. Do one this week. Pick a day, pick a time. Again, you're going to get optimal engagement if you choose times that are popular on Facebook. So if you choose 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, you might have crickets. Like you might get like one person on that jumps off. Like that's it. People are at lunch. They're getting their kids from preschool. They're running errands. Like they're not in front of their Facebook Live. But if you do it in the morning when people are having their coffee, they're, getting their kids ready for school, or they do it in the evening, you're going to have more engagement. So just make sure to be conscious of that, okay? That there is an actual formula, and you have to be very intentional and deliberate about what you put on social media. Don't just wing it. I know I've said that multiple times in this broadcast today, but don't just wing it. There's no winging your way to success. Success is strategic and it's always planned. People that are successful in any facet, like if you wanted to train for an Olympic activity, would you just like wing it and just like start going to whatever and like not have a coach and not have any sort of direction and not have a plan? Like, no, you would never do that. If you were going to train for a fitness competition, would you just like show up in a bikini one day and be like, here I am? Like, no, you'd train for weeks and weeks and weeks. Same with like a marathon. So you have to take that same strategy into your business. You have to have a plan. You have to have an action plan. I highly recommend you guys coaching with somebody outside of the team, get mentorship. Elaine is a perfect example. She has taken so many courses on social media presence, and I know she's worked, she works with Jeff Combs as well as I do. She also works with, she's taken several, I'm blanking on the gal's name, but she's like a very high-end internet marketer. Becca's taken courses. So the people that you're looking at on our team, Kathy Lamar has taken a lot of courses. Emily's constantly learning. Like she's constantly like telling me things like, oh, I found this new thing on Canva, or, oh, there's this new app that does this. Like Emily's constantly educating herself about how to become better in what she's doing on social media, whether it's for me or herself. Okay. So those are just some examples. Don't just sit back and wait for people to do it for you. Take action. And if you don't feel comfortable with social media, then maybe it's time to take some classes, because you cannot build a successful business not understanding this stuff. You just can't. You have to, it's like a lot of people have anxiety about it, but you guys, you got to do it. Like you're still going to meet people in your normal life, but if you're not mastering social media, you're missing out on a lot of clients and a lot of people you can help, and you're missing out on a lot of money. It's just the way it is. Okay. So going back to how do you start to build that empire? Well, you start to do it by how you show up every day. It's one day at a time, right? It's that first post. It's cleaning up your Facebook page. It's maybe taking some toxic people off your Facebook page. So that's a thing too. Like people are like, oh, I don't want to be in front of, people are going to judge. Okay, take them off your Facebook page then. If you can't be yourself in front of the people that are watching you, then why are you friends with them? Right? Why are you friends with them? And if you have people that are like, oh, you're doing the network marketing thing and they're going to be negative on your feeds, get rid of them. Make a space for someone else. Like I don't even allow, Emily, do I allow any of that on my page? Nope. Do I have time to deal with that? Nope. Is my page always full? Yes, it is, right? It is always full. It is always maxed out. And we are constantly making room for new people that want to be on there. It is a situation that we have not mastered, that we are constantly tackling. And it is because it's massive, right? I continually always have at least 1,000 to 1,500 friend requests sitting there that cannot get on my page.
I just had to go on and delete a couple old high school friends that she hasn't talked to in a really long time, but they can follow her. But, she's creating space for new people that are like-minded that are coming in.
Right. And I signed up new team members this morning and I couldn't fit them on my page. So we made room for them. So again, you guys, that didn't happen to me overnight. It's been a gradual process over years, but I have been consistent and showed up on social media consistently in the same fashion, in the same energy for years and years and years. Okay. So just know that it takes time and you don't want to be impatient with it, but you want to be consistent with it. You want to be inspired by it. Okay. I think what I want to do now, because that's a lot of content for new people too. I know we had several new people on the feed. I'd love to open it up. And what time are we at?
We're at 10:32. So
perfect. Okay. Yeah. Let's open it up for Q&A. What questions? I'd love everyone, if they have a question, if they don't have a question, if you could just share one word of how you feel about your current social media presence and the word you'd like to change. So say you're feeling shy, you want to feel empowered, or you're scared, you want to feel you know, clear or whatever. And then whatever question you want to ask. So who would like to jump out first?
I'll go.
Awesome. Thank you, Sophia.
So I feel ineffective. I post a few things, then I vanish for a while. So I would like to change that. More effective posts, more value, consistency. That's what I want.
Awesome. And you can do that. How many of you have been moved by Sophia's transformation or her personal story that have heard her speak? Okay, put a heart in the chat. Okay. You have amazing value to give and you're super powerful. So I would love to work with you on a strategy call of how to align your Facebook page with that so that you can show up consistently on there. Okay.
Okay.
So let's set that up in the next week or so.
Absolutely.
So what's your word? You said ineffective. What's the word that you want to shift to?
I want to shift to valuable.
Valuable.
Value. Yeah, value. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Sophia. Who else would like to share?
I have a few things to say, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I do post a lot on Facebook, but I'm not sure I bring value to people. And sometimes I think people just say, oh gosh, she has another post. So I don't feel like I'm getting through to people. I spent a lot of time on social media. But my main concern is, do I create a business Facebook page? Because my family life, personal life, I also share on there. And I'm not so sure I do the 10-4-1. You know what I mean? I share birthdays, I share weddings, you know, personal stuff. Is that wrong to do on a business Facebook page?
On a business Facebook page, yes. On your I would build your personal page before you branch out. If you can't manage your personal page, don't overwhelm yourself with another page that then you have to manage. Like you can build a massive business off a personal page first. I do have a separate business page, but I didn't do that until my personal page was maxed out. So with time, I don't feel like you're there yet. So
okay.
I feel like
Can't hear you.
Another thing that would distract you. So your kids, I see, can you hear me? I'm not sure.
Yeah, on and off, breaking up.
Okay.
Now you're fine.
I don't
know. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Okay, good. I didn't hear what you said, Brittany. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you.
That's okay. Posting content about your family is fine as long as I don't know.
You're fine. I just heard you then.
Yeah, now she froze. At least at my end.
Okay. I'm not sure.
It could be my internet here, guys. Go on. Don't worry. Don't worry.
We'll come back. We'll come back to you. Okay. Who else would like to share? Okay.
Talia?
Go ahead, Talia.
Am I unmuted?
There you go. Yes, we can hear you.
Listening to what everyone has to say, so I don't really have any questions about it right now.
Hello. Okay.
Oh, I can't hear her. Now, can you hear me?
I don't know. Yes. Now we can. Go ahead.
I was just saying that I'm good. I don't have any questions about social media right now. I'm just sort of listening and taking in what everyone's saying, and I don't have any questions about it.
I have something to add. Can you guys hear me? It's Misty. Hello?
Yes, go Misty.
Oh, okay. So one of the things I learned in Celebration when they were talking about the live videos, it's super important to make sure that and I'm not sure if you said this already, I'm sorry because I jumped on a little bit late, but make sure your video when you're doing a live, can you guys all see me? To make sure your video isn't down here and you're looking down. They said that it's very important to have it at eye level so it looks like you're looking somebody in the eye because nobody wants to be talked down to. So just something to be mindful of when you're doing a live. Just one of the things that was like really helpful that I just didn't think of. So just wanted to add that in.
Awesome. Really great share. Thank you, Misty. Awesome.
That's all.
Brittany Goodnight, thank you. Britt, can you talk, or you could just chat on the thing?
Oh, where'd everybody go?
You guys here. Okay. Still trapped. Okay. We'll come back to Britt because she wrote something on the thing. Kathy, would you like to share?
What?
I scared the bird.
Hey, Britt, I just want to be more consistently providing value to people. And I think what you said earlier really hit home when you said about being inspired. And if you're inspired, then you'll be able to make that post, because I've run into that before. I'm like looking at my watch and thought, oh my gosh, I should probably make a post. What am I doing? Where, like in the middle of making dinner going, oh my gosh, I got to make a post. I have no idea. It's totally scattered. But if I think about it earlier in the afternoon and start thinking about it as I'm going throughout my day, what am I going to post tonight? I can be inspired by the time 7 o'clock p.m. rolls around.
Absolutely. Super important. Yeah, go from stress, anxiety, whatever, to just feeling in this. Lana's on for share. What's your one word about how you feel about social media right now? What do you want to shift to? And any questions that you have? Oh, let's unmute you. We can't hear you. Em, can we unmute her? There we go.
I think, yeah. Just to add more value in different areas, not just with, isogenics posts, but with mindset posts and to do with law of attraction and stuff like that. I'm trying to try and add little bits more value in gradually, but I want to add more.
Absolutely. How many of you follow oh, you guys just cut out. If you guys don't follow Lana, you should. Her posts are really beautiful, and she has some really great examples of how she uses like her morning tea and her journal to create a power post. So I find great value in your posts, Lana. I think they're beautiful, and I think it's just consistency and reaching out. And also, guys, I forgot to mention this, but don't just wait for people to come to you, right? You can network, like use social media, use Facebook to network, reach out, search, like say you are a fitness trainer or you are a mindset coach or something, and then you're also doing isogenics or you're a physical therapist, like reach out to other people in your network and introduce yourself. Just say, hey, you came up on my feed, like just wanted to say hi, blah, 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 blah. You can search anybody in the search bar of Facebook and you can find groups, so don't just sit there and like be a wallflower and wait for people to come to you. When I was first building my social media presence, I was messaging, 20 to 30 people a day. Like, hey guys, hi, my name is Brittany. This is what I do. What do you blah, blah, blah. I mean, this was years ago, but I would make connections like that. And then you form relationships. So think of Facebook as a constant networking event. And if you went to a networking event and you stood over at the bar with your business cards in your pocket and you didn't talk to anybody, how many leads do you think you would attract? 0, right? Or maybe you'd get lucky and get someone come to you. But you want to think of Facebook as this big pool of people that you can go and say hello to and introduce yourself to. Don't just wait for them to come to your page. And I think that that's what some people are doing. They're just waiting for people to show up on their feed like, hi, I'm ready to go. That will happen as you create more value, but go introduce yourself. Go say hi. Great to connect with you. Love to share, you know what I mean? So don't just sit there and wait. Also reach out.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, who else do we have?
Night.
Yeah, go ahead, Tal.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I was listening to Emily Vavra one day, and she said something really, really powerful about just being authentic. So I feel like when I really connect to how I'm feeling that day, or if something strikes me that day, and I kind of treat my Facebook almost like a diary and I share and I'm just myself, I feel like people are more responsive to that than whether I'm just like trying to rack my brain, trying to come up with something clever, when I really am connected to how I'm feeling and what I want to share with what I have going on that day. I feel like the response, like people really respond well to that. And Emily, I learned that from Emily Vavra.
Absolutely. That's a great person to follow if you guys don't follow her already. She's awesome. Oh, I figured out how to scroll and see you guys. This is great. Okay, so we've got Meg. I don't know, Megan, if you can talk, would you like to share or just ask any questions? Or if you can't, that's okay. You and I can talk later. If you'd like to jump on, go ahead. If not, that's okay. And let's see, who else? Who else can you see? I can only see like 4 squares on my end, so.
I think everyone shared. Misty did, Suzanne did, Leslie, did you have anything? I don't know. Okay, so I just wanted to share real quick. I think my thing is consistency, and I want to be clear in what I'm putting out. And I think that comes from within and being clear in my actions. So that's my homework for this week, is just sticking to what I say I'm going to do and what I know I need to do. And living that. So that's my, where I would like to be more clear in that area of my life. Wait, now I can't hear Brittany. Okay, now Britt.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a great statement to end the call on, is just, it starts with, I am clear, like affirming to yourself that you're clear in your message, not just saying like, I want to be clear or I'm trying to be clear, right? There's no power in try. So it's, I am clear. My message is clear. I have value to give. So what I heard from all of you is that you want to give value. You want to help people. You want to be more effective with your time on social media. Yes. Yes. Okay. So that comes from building the mindset here, like Emily's saying, it's internal and then the external shows up. So it starts with, I have value to give the world. Like, make that your affirmation, put it in your phone. I have value to give the world. I am clear with my message. If that's where you feel you are not right now, then that's the affirmation that you need to put on your wall, put in your phone, speak it before you sit down to do your Facebook post. Like, I am clear, because what I think is happening is some of you are maybe sitting down with anxiety, you're sitting down with fear, and then you're posting on Facebook. And that energy is then being projected out to the world. And that's why people are not showing up.
Oh, wow. Okay, hold on, Brittany.
It's just a lot.
Wow, it's like doing a robotic.
For the Facebook Live, okay, go for it. Start to reach out and network. Get Zoom.
I don't know, it had this weird lag effect, and then you sounded like a robot.
Brittany.
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's that.
Brittany.
I don't know what's going on, but
Brittany.
Hold on, sweetie.
Brittany.
Yes, it's Brittany.
Brittany.
Here, let's unmute her. I don't know why she keeps going muted.
Brittany.
Can you unmute yourself, Brittany?
Brittany.
Okay, honey.
Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know why it automatically mutes me. Hi, Scarlett. So anyways, we're going to wrap up. We've gone way over today, but I think hopefully that was oh, there's Scarlett. There's your friend. Of value to you guys is, I am clear. I have a message to give. And I am committed to showing up in my business every day. So if you do those things, you will actually absolutely start to attract the right people. If you guys want to do a Facebook branding call with me, let me know. We can schedule it. Either reach out to me or Emily, and I'll send you my scheduling link. and we can do that. So, all right, guys, go rock your day.
Hold on real quick.
If you didn't questions and you weren't able to talk to them, you can always try to message me.
Here, Brittany, let's real quick, because this got silly. Let's open up the unmute and all the babies. All the babies.
Oh, yeah, do it.
Say hi, Carl. Say hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Say hi, Nella.
Hi, Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett. Hi, Nella.
Everybody say hi.
Yeah, can someone, this is good branding right here. Business meetings. Yes, this is a good branding photo.
When
Business with babies. That's how we do it. Okay, look at Emily. Go, 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 go. Look at Emily.
Oh.
Say hi, hi.
Guys, thank you so much. We're recording now.